Welcome, boys and girls. Six Flags New England's and American Coaster Enthusiasts proudly present Ace Behind the Skid on Saturday, October 20th from 12 p.m. to park close. You're going to receive free parking, free admission, free snacks, and 2 hours of exit entry. You're gonna go behind the screens and experience, make the artist complete the zombie transformation. Behind the scenes tours of Midnight Mansion and Twisted Tales, and a Q&A session with the Graveyard Newscast. Make sure you RSVP by Monday, October 15th. Late RSVPs will not be accepted, and you must be an active Ace member. No guests. See you on the Midway.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Dr. Giggles in the house, and you watching The Grove Show. It is, Thursday, October 18th, 2018. And this week we're going to be talking about a lot of cool stuff. And some upcoming stuff, and some other stuff, and some other stuff, and some other stuff. That, you know, we want to go. So there's a bunch to go over and a bunch to talk about. And it'd be great to get everybody chit-chatting, watching, and all that stuff. What do you say? So, what's up, Luco? What's up, Theme Park New England? Lindsay Yale Entertainment. Saturday is going to be fun. Let's see. We had a rough day, so bad. I went to my class I had and left before the professor showed up. That's a bad day. Why'd you have a bad day? Just not feeling it? I don't know. I probably sound like a douche, but I've never gone to college, so I don't know what it's like to go to a class and well, not a proper college, I should say. I did some what do you call it? Recording studio school thing, which was cool. But I didn't go to like college. The recording studio school thing was cool. Playing with like real equipment, not like the crap that I use at home. It's been pretty cool. So, but in any case, so this week we are going to be talking about some Walt Disney World stuff, some a real-life Hellfest incident that happened. Not like movie thing. This is like legit happened. Something happened at Busch Gardens. Talking about Sandy Lake Amusement Park. Talking about the Coffin Challenge. Plus, talking about some haunt stuff between the reviews. Upcoming stuff that we're going to be filming and doing. Telling the story how it all came to be. Talking about America's Funniest Home Videos, because that's going to be cool. Yeah, and whatever else pops up, we'll be talking about this Saturday. You know, because we want to make. I know some stuff we can't film, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. And I've said it on the show a bunch of times. Whatever we can film, we'll make sure we do. But if there's other stuff that's not, you know, the stuff besides the stuff we say we can't film that you want to see, let us know, because we're gonna make another video about it and see how it is. So let's kick off the news, because I mean the news, there's a lot to talk about. Not a lot, but the topics are pretty heavy. Oh yeah, plus Kentucky Kingdom drama and all that cool stuff, and then we'll get into all the other stuff. So we'll just see where the road takes us this evening, because I have no idea where that's going to go. No clue. So, in any case, so with Walt Disney World, there's a couple things. Those that are fans of Epcot, there's been a rumor going around, and it looks like it's happening, the Spaceship Earth. And those that have never been, hey, what's up, Coaster Box? What's up, dude? For those that don't know what the Spaceship Earth is, that's that big, looks like a giant golf ball at the entrance of Epcot. And it looks like it's going to be going down for about 2.5 years, reopening in 2022. So, going for an extensive rehab. I mean, I haven't ridden it since, I think we rode it in, I want to say 2012. Maybe 2009 was the last time. I don't remember the last time I rode it. I just know it was cool. I mean, it looked dated back then, so they probably got to, you know, kind of bring it into today's world. Today's generation, this century, you know. The worst thing that you could do is have really old, dated attractions. I know some of beloved, especially like Disney. Everybody has their favorites, like Peter Pan, and it's a small, even Small World gets upgraded. But like Peter Pan, when they had the Snow White ride, that was like dated but cool. What else? What else is like dated in there that they haven't really? I mean, they've been upgrading everything. I mean, like Space Mountain is just an indoor dock ride, you know, dock coaster, roller coaster. I mean, what do you call it? Splash Mountain doesn't look that dated yet. So there's a lot of stuff. So I think it's time for that to get upgraded. I mean, it sucks it's down for 2 years. I guess it's a lot of work to get done inside there. The other thing with Walt Disney World is the inevitable of price hikes. The parking went up, and now even at the price it just jumped to, it's still not bad, but it's still crazy. I mean, all these parks, all the parks, Six Flags, Cedar Fair, everybody raises the prices on parking, and it's ridiculous. But they got to make their money somewhere. So the prices used to be $22, and now they're $25. I don't know how much Preferred is, and if it's still $40, but I can tell you that what do you call it? When Luco and myself, when we go down to IAPA, we're going to Magic Kingdom for Mickey's Christmas party, and I'm going to pay for the $40 myself out of my own pocket for the Preferred. They give you a bottle of water. You get the park closer. Not totally close, but it's better than where you would normally park. And I know paying $40 for parking is kind of crappy, but go to New York City and see how much parking there for a day can be. I mean, some of my guys that work for me have paid anywhere from $20 to $100, depending upon where you are for the day. Yeah, but you could say, why not spend the $40 and get a cab? Maybe that's one way. So then you'd have to see how much it costs and is it worth it. But the problem, Luco, is you're not going to really have much time in between unless you leave IAPA extra early. Like when Dave and I left IAPA last year to go to Magic Kingdom, you can get in at 4 p.m. And you want to get there at 4 p.m. because the lines start, you know, trying to get in gets a little tricky, in and out. Because you got to park, then you got to take the monorail over to Magic Kingdom. And then getting in, and you want to try to get some rides in before all the crazy shows and stuff go on. So with that being said, we literally left from IAPA and went to Magic Kingdom, and I think we left at like 3:30. We weren't there exactly at 4 o'clock. We were a little late. We got caught up in something. I can't remember what it was, but we got caught up in something. I mean, I don't mind driving out to there because then, you know, everybody that knows me, I'm antsy. I don't like waiting around. Just get in the car and go. That's me. Just get in the car and go. That's all I want to do. And I know it sounds stupid, and I'm just very particular about stuff, you know. It's just me. I'm just particular about crap, and it is what it is. All right, so keep that in mind. Parking prices have risen. And, I mean, Luke and I still got a lot to talk about IAPA. And we'll be having that episode of where we kind of go over stuff in a couple weeks. I need to have a sit down with Luca so we can figure out what we are actually going to do. Because we don't really know. We don't have a game plan. I need a game plan. Well, kind of. And yes, I'm going to SFNE this weekend. And we're going to be talking about that too. So last year we had no game plan for IAPA. And I know we're not going to have a total game plan. But I want to have a little game plan. A little bit. Even though I should be a little bit more professional and be like setting up interviews and stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm a fly by night, fly by the seat of my pants kind of guy. And I need to stop that. And I was talking to Luco a little while ago. I don't know how many of you know who Shane Dawson is and that whole Jake Paul docuseries thing. I've been watching it. I didn't know who either one was until this thing started hitting all over YouTube. But the whole point of me even mentioning that is I watched all 8 episodes. I watched today's final episode, and I did it more for research, learning, and I actually became a fan of Shane Dawson just based off of what he does, what kind of person he is, etc., etc. But I learned a lot. I mean, I learned more about Jake Paul than I really care about. I still don't give a crap about Jake Paul. But watching other stuff that he does, how he's filming, I know he's not editing and he has somebody editing his stuff, but I learned a lot, and it kind of made me stop and think. You know how you always try, like when we had that survey on the forums in January, like, oh, what do you guys want to see, you know, on this channel? You know, SFNEOnline. What do you want SFNEOnline? You know, you guys are the fans. What do you want to see that we're not doing? And you guys came through on that. And it's kind of like, as I go back and watch videos that I've made, like even, you know, I pull them up on my computer and I rewatch and go, oh, I wish I didn't do that, or I wish I filmed it differently, or I wish I did this differently. And even up until the show started, I was talking to Lugo. I'm like, I know my problem, and this kind of made me take a step back to realize instead of being fly by night and being so unorganized, I need to come up with game plans and not script everything, but kind of make a list of things that I need to film, things that I need to make sure I capture, things that I need to make sure I do. Because I'm just like, I'm walking around. How many of us have met up at the parks and we're like hanging out and, oh crap, I should be filming something, and I don't, and then I finally remember to film. And sometimes the videos could be better than what they are, and actually watching that kind of made me realize that. That's why the only reason why I brought it up. It's kind of like helping me. So that's good. But yeah, we'll be talking about that. And to answer your question, Lindsay, I just faintly heard about this the other day about Planet Coaster World's Fair DLC. I want to check it out, see what it has in it, and I'll probably get it. I know I've been slacking with my Planet Coaster videos. I've just been so busy, especially with what we call Haunapalooza. We've been filming so much, going so much places, doing so much stuff that this year for Halloween time has been the busiest that I've ever been with this channel. Like last year we did, you know, Fright Fest Media Day, and we did Lake Compounds. And then we went to Fairtown and I did that review, and that review actually opened up doors, and that's something we're going to get into after the news that we're going to get into, because that's something cool happened because of that. So, yeah. We're going to get into the Six Flags thing, and, you know, once this is all done. So, let's move to Busch Gardens, so we push this forward. Busch Gardens, I don't know how many of you heard about this incident. I saw it, and I started cracking up laughing. It was a 21-year-old Navy guy that ended up in the parking lot of Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, naked, running around, trying to break into cars that were either occupied or unoccupied. And then when people saw what he's doing, he started like doing another sprint through it, and then the police came, and then eventually they got him, and then they tased him. So I just found that whole story kind of hysterical. And I don't know what is going on in this world. Like, if you look at everything going around in this world for everything, because it's going to break into the next, like, the Hellfest real life story thing that was going on. People are like really crazy right now. Like, I'm sure this 20-year-old male probably has some mental issues or had a mental breakdown, because the story didn't go in full, and I don't know all the details, and I didn't. I just found it hysterical. Now, we all know, especially in today's society, people you're like, oh, you're degrading the person. I find it hysterical just because I'm a jerk, and I find it funny. But at the end of the day, there was probably obviously something wrong. I mean, I'm a jerk and an idiot, and I still wouldn't go running through an amusement park parking lot naked. I've thought about it. I ain't gonna lie. I thought about like how funny would it be to film it and do it, but then things like that happen. Now, if I did it, I would have got tased and beat up and handcuffed and arrested for rocking out with you know what out, and it just would have been bad. It would have been really bad. And you know, sometimes you just got to use your noggin. Obviously, this guy didn't use his noggin. There's probably like something deeper going on inside this guy's head than what the you know, the picture that was painted to the, you know, for the news, that hey, this guy ran around naked You know, he was just doing whatever. So it was a crazy one. Now we're going to roll into the next real life Hellfest. Now, I don't know how many of you saw the Hellfest movie. I should probably do a review on that. But I saw the Hellfest movie, and I thought it was all right. Very predictable. Okay movie. Didn't do really well at the box office, I guess. But it definitely made money, but not probably the amount they wanted. But in any case, in any regard, there is a haunt called Nashville Nightmare. Obviously in Nashville, Tennessee. So, where is it? So there was this woman, I didn't write the name down. But while she was at the haunt, a so-called employee decided to walk up to this woman and say, hey, are your friends teasing you? And they're like, yeah, like, you know, like joking around. What the hell's that? Who the hell's some idiot's calling me on Facebook? I'm doing things. Get out of here. But in any case, so they said, oh, you know, here's a knife. Go stab him. So, you know, they're walking around or whatever. So, lady, dude, whatever you are, go away. I'm not answering. What do you call it? Yeah, so the chick ended up stabbing her friend in the arm, and then they finally realized that it was you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna close Facebook so they can't call. There you go, Facebook closed. What do you call it? So then they realized it was real when blood was pouring out. You know, like it was like a scene from a horror movie. The person went to the ER, got 9 stitches, and the woman realized that the character, whoever it was, ran off after handing the knife. So that was like a legit thing. There is obviously an investigation on what's going on, and it seems that they haven't, at the time of the article, and that was last week, they didn't contact the haunt yet for whatever. So I don't know if they're like watching, like what do you call it? You know, like investigating the people to see what was going on. Like, is it made, you know, is it made up? Is it baloney? I mean, I thought it was a cool story because it was like, I was waiting for something to happen like this because with that movie coming out, what it was about, some dude comes in dressed up, you know, is it a hoax? Is it real? I seen it pop up a few places, so it seems to be real. I haven't like dug deeper into it. Regardless if it's real or fake, it's a cool story, and I don't know. I was just waiting for something like this to pop up because how many sick people? Like I was saying, how many sick people are out there that would want to pull something off like that? First of all, I don't know why the chick would not realize that it was. She didn't realize it was a real knife. She thought it was like a plastic knife. How do you not know? Like, I've held plastic fake knives. For those that remember, I used to do a home haunt. I had the fake plastic knives that, you know, like were rubber. I had the ones that were, you know, you could poke them and it, you know, collapsed on itself and it went inside the handle. You know, so it wasn't like a real, like, unless that lady's like an idiot, which probably is the case. How do you not? I mean, I know the difference between a real knife and a fake knife. I know this. I don't know about anybody else, but I can tell the difference between knives. I know when it's real and when it's not. Like, that's not even up for debate. That's just stupidity at its finest. So I thought it was a neat story, especially with Halloween around the corner, that something actually, I mean, it's not cool that somebody got stabbed and hurt and bleeding in stitches, but it's Halloween time and it's kind of cool. Messed up, but it's cool. All right, so let's talk Sandy Lake Amusement Park. For those that don't know, it's an amusement park that's been around for, I don't know, 40-something years, almost 50 years, in northern Texas. They announced the other day that they are closing for good. They wanted to retire. You know, they're done with it, and they sold the property to a landscaping company. They want to keep the land preserved. It's not going to be open use. They're going to use the land to... you know, plant trees and stuff for the business and all that, to grow trees and stuff. So it is sad to see a park. I mean, I never got to go there, unfortunately, but the park is closing and it's going bye-bye. And a lot of the enthusiasts have been like, oh, you know, a lot of people going down memory lane. A lot of people upset, sad, and we get it. Not everybody's going to be running it forever. It's a family-owned park, so they're just going to sell the rides off. Parks are going to buy them, or they'll trash them, or whatever they do, and whatever happens, happens, I guess. All right, so let's talk about Kentucky Kingdom. I don't know how many of you heard about what was going on with Kentucky Flyer, Wooden Coaster, the family coaster going in. Well, evidently, if I remember, the other day, Ed Hart, which is the CEO, the person that owns Kentucky Kingdom now, they put out a lawsuit in, like, I forgot, it was either June or July of this year, about the parking problems that they're having with the Kentucky Fair Board. The Kentucky Fair Board, according to Ed Hart and the lease that they have, that parking is on a first come, first served basis. Especially like when the Kentucky Fair is going on, or any other exhibit things going on. It's always first come, first serve. And then as they talked in the press conference with this thing, he believed that the Fair Board was trying to intimidate and go through red tape to stop the coaster because they wanted the lawsuit to go away. And Kentucky Kingdom's like, nah, I don't think so. So they're going through all this stuff. And they find out that they're also have an option for up to 20 acres of land to expand. And the Kentucky Flyer is going to take about an acre. So there's this huge news conference, and then enthusiasts far and wide banded together, and then the following day, the Fair Board caved in. So between all the letters to the mayor and the governor and whatever and all that, the Fair Board caved in and allowed the Kentucky Flyer to proceed, because they were shutting it down, saying that Kentucky Kingdom didn't give them a certificate of insurance, didn't have all these stamped plans and all this other, all this other stuff behind the scenes to get this going. And Ed Hart in the press was like, it's a bunch of baloney. We gave it to them at this point, this time. They gave it. They were supposed to pass it around, whether they did or they didn't. So all the enthusiasts, I guess, when you really want to save something, when you band together, you can win if you do it right without being a total douchebag. So I give a lot of props to all the enthusiasts that stepped up to the plate to save the coaster. Now, yes, it's not a coaster that we all were like, whoa, it's not big and bad. It's a family coaster that they need, and we've talked about that when it was announced. I think last week or the week before. I get it, and a lot of people are like, oh, this is stupid. I don't want to go to the Kentucky Kingdom for this stupid little, you know what? Look at, and I say it all the time, look at Wooden Warrior. Look at Rorosaurus. Look at Oscar's Wacky Taxi. Those are proven right there that, though they are small, they still pack a punch in their fun little rides. A coaster doesn't always have to be 300, 400 feet, 200 feet to be awesome. You can have things under 100 feet, 50 feet tall, and still be awesome. It's all about how they make the layout and what they do with what they have and how much money they spend. That's all it is. Now, for those that are all like, oh, this is stupid, you're just a coaster snob and just want big, bad, what's the next thing? You don't truly appreciate the industry. You just want big, bad for your own thrill rush. I mean, that's why that's why I continue to do what I do at SFNEOnline and the Grow Show. I have a love for it all. I'm not just a coaster enthusiast. I'm an amusement park, theme park, whatever industry enthusiast. I love every aspect about it. And I try to bring whatever knowledge that I know, find out, research, whatever I do. I try to bring that to the table. I don't always agree with what all the parks are doing. I don't always agree with all the other baloney going on. But I support the industry by, if I don't like it, I'm not going to go. You know what I mean? Like, for me, there's a lot of home parks for me. Canopy Lake, Lake Compound, Six Flags New England. I could even consider Edaville Railroad a home park, all within a reasonable distance. Under 2 hours. They're all in a reasonable distance from my house. So, and I have a great working relationship with Lake Compounds, Six Flags, other haunted house stuff. I'm building relationships with parks and stuff like that. So, as I build things, and I tell them all, look, I'm like, sometimes you're gonna hear things out of my mouth you don't like, because I'm not there to kiss their ass. I'm here to bring you guys the facts, my thoughts, whether you like them or not. That's just what I do. So I think the whole Kentucky Kingdom thing, I'm glad to see everybody rise up, do what they had to do, and everybody made a difference getting that coaster done. It's great. All right, so the last tidbit of news is about the Coffin Challenge. A lot of parks have done it. There's still a bunch of parks to do it. And I have to say, because everybody remembered, like, people were, like, all pissed off. They're like, oh, well, if everybody finishes, then only one person gets the grand prize. Well, evidently they changed that. I don't know if that was, like, last second. Because everybody that survived got the $300, got the prize pack, got the coffin. And it seemed like, so far through all the chain, not very many people, like, quit. I know one did in Great Escape. I don't know about anywhere else. I know SFNE, everybody survived. I believe everybody did at Six Flags America. I think everybody did. I think Magic Mountains. I didn't really hear about many people backing out. And I think maybe because everybody that was getting was going to get the 300 and everybody was going to get the coffin, in the prize pack. So I think that enticed everybody like, hey, I ain't going nowhere. And I mean, people had to deal with rain, freezing cold, heat, whatever. Like, there was just all over the place, depending upon where you were. And I feel like Six Flags America, shockingly, did it the best. And the reason why I say that is they had constant live streams. They put on a huge show when they were putting the people in the coffin. Now, the other parks, and they were the ones that were, like, the most interactive, and that was the most that I've seen out of all the streams when I kept checking. Like, that was just popping up. Everybody was sharing it. Because, like, they had people dressed up going, a whole storyline of getting them into the coffin at Six Flags America. And they kept streaming for, like, an hour, 2 hours, whatever. And they'd come back, and they would do them frequently. They did it right. The other parks didn't do it as much. For whatever reason, I don't know. And I know the same night that they put the people in the box at Six Flags New England, they were live streaming about an hour of a ghost hunt that was going down in the Picnic Grove after the park had closed. So, I watched some of that. I watched Six Flags New England's coffin streams. I watched America's. I didn't really watch anybody else's. I just saw the stuff popping up. Because Six Flags America's was the one that kept popping up all the time. A new one all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time, all the time. And it was nice to see that they just went above and beyond to continuously, constantly stream that live. I wish I had gotten picked because I would have been doing the same thing that they were doing. I would have been having a ball live streaming. I would have live streamed as much as I could. I would have had a ball with it. It would have been fun. I really think that it would have been, like, that much fun. All right, so we got all the news out of the way. So let's talk this weekend. Now, everybody knows this weekend, if you haven't signed up and you're like, oh, I got to sign up, it's too late. For those that watched from the beginning before the intro of the show went, I played the teaser trailer that I made for Russ that I volunteered to do. And I did it, and I made it to, promote the event. And, to try to give everybody a feel, especially from people that are from, like, out of town that's not familiar with it, to kind of give them an idea of what to expect with the event. So, that's what I did. And I showed it before this. But anyway, so for those that don't know, there is a behind the screens, Six Flags New England. And I got to pull it up because Russ sent out an email last night. And I'm going to read the new information that came out. Where is it? No, I think I put it over here. I think I took it out of my inbox and put it in a folder. I'm a little too organized and I save things that I probably shouldn't. All right, so this is what you need to know for Saturday. So for those that didn't pay attention or didn't get an email or whatever, it says all attendees will receive free parking in the West lot, Diamond lot, if applicable. Those without season parking passes, your name will be on a list at the booth for free parking. Attendees will meet Jen McGrath and me, meaning Russ, at the main gate of the park near the group sales window. Please arrive between 11:30 a.m. and noon. All must be on site for roll call at 12 p.m. prompt. You'll be provided special event lanyards and admission tickets if you do not have a season pass membership, and we will go over the day. Special event lanyards will provide ACE members with either Flash Pass entrance or exit access as applicable from 3 to 5 p.m. Attendees will be divided into 4 groups. Each group will rotate between all 4 exclusive access locations. At 5 p.m., we'll meet at the pub in the picnic grove for a small snack and Q&A. After the Q&A, you'll be provided haunt wristbands to allow access into the 5 haunt zones, regular queue line versus VIP. I did email Russ, and I said, hey, if I said I got the Diamond Elite Pass, can I upgrade it for $10? And he said, yeah, you're responsible for the payment of it, but yeah, you can do that. So, you can do that. So if you find it ends up being too busy for your liking, and don't want to wait, what do you call it, in the lines, by all means, go and upgrade. You could do that. So, and most likely you're not gonna have to really do that, but just be on the cautious side of it, because it was supposed to rain before, and there's a little slight chance of rain. I mean, it's a very low chance of rain, very low chance. Yeah, Infinite Coast says, I am going to the Ace event. So yeah, there's a slight chance of rain, so that might scare people away, but if it's at least halfway decent, people are going to come in droves. People are going to go, so keep that in mind. So if you got a Diamond Elite Pass, you can get a for $10 you can upgrade to a VIP pass. So that's not bad. Let's keep that. Yeah, it's going to be cloudy with a chance of meatballs, like Luco said. That's what it's going to be. So again, if you are going, of course, I'm going to be filming, doing either a vlog or some kind of thing. If you see me filming, don't hesitate to come up. We can put you in the video with us. You know, that's one thing that I want to start doing is fans of SFNEOnline, fans of the Grove Show. If you see us and we're filming, just be like, hey, what up? And, you know, I know sometimes some people like to have like 2 seconds of being on, you know, on the thing. And by all means, that's fine. I'm not like, hey, get out of here, you're an ass, go away. We're not that kind of people. You know, you want to come up, say hi, and be in the video. By all means, come on and join the fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've talked to a few people, like, hey, get it. I'm filming a vlog. You want to be in it? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, you can be in mine. And I'm like, okay. Cloudy and a chance of I-305. I could go for riding I-305 right now. I missed that ride. The only thing about it I don't like is the restraints, just because you got to kind of like move with the ride so you don't bash your head or your neck, depending upon how tall you are. You know, so I don't know. I wish they came with a new restraint that could keep you in, that didn't have even a vest on there on those rides. It would be fantastic if they could do that. It would be so awesome. It really would. So yeah, the things that we know about, if you watch that teaser video, like about the event, you're going to get 2 hours of Skip the Line, like I just said. You're going to get behind the scenes of zombie makeup. Yeah, for $100, you can advertise your product or service in one of our videos. There you go. It'd be like a brand deal. You know, someday we'll get those. We got some cool momentum going, and then once we get done talking about this, I'm going to tell you why. Because some cool things have been going down behind the scenes that nobody really notices. I just blab and probably shouldn't blab, but I do, depending upon the topic. But anyway, so you're going to get behind the scenes of some haunts, behind the scenes zombie makeup, plus the Q&A, a snack, the haunt stuff, Skip the Line stuff. So it's going to be great. And again, if you see me, make sure you just say, what up? You know, we don't bite. I mean, unless you're into that kind of thing and you want us to bite you on the arm or something, you know, I'll pretend to be Dracula and bite your arm off maybe. I don't know. If you want me to draw blood, I don't know if that's your kind of thing. I don't know. But, all right, so, what's on the back here? Oh, okay. All right, so there's 3 more things we need to talk about, and then whatever else pops up. But All right, so let me tell you the story about this. The first thing is Factory of Terror in Worcester, Mass. You don't get to choose the group, but they're all rotating. So whatever group you're in, and I don't know how that's based. I didn't ask Russ that about how the groups are. I don't know how that's going to work, but I would probably safely assume, like, if it's like me, Luco, the kids, Jessica, because like I'm rolling with a bunch of people. There's like myself, Luco, Jessica, Danielle, Alyssa, Devin, Jeremy, Jimmy, Danielle. We're all like rolling through as a big, huge group. Maybe we'll just be one group, just us, because we're just so massive. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just a massive group. So I would safely assume that we're going to be in a group together, and then, you know, there's going to be other groups. So I don't know how the group thing works. I really don't. So, I mean, we're going to find all that crap out when we get there. I just didn't know. That's just what he wrote out into an email to anybody that's signed up for the event. All right. So, like I was saying, are you saying we're fat? No, I'm not saying we're fat. We're just such a huge group of people that are going together. That's all. Hey, what's up, Liam? Hey, good thing you're here, because you got to remember, America's Funniest Home Videos, this Sunday you will see Devin on TV. He's in the video that's going on America's Funniest Home Videos this Sunday. We'll talk about that in a minute. So don't go anywhere. Don't go away, Liam. And then you can tell Jordan as well. But anyway, so Factory of Terror. I was contacted the other day by Factory of Terror in Worcester, Massachusetts. I don't know how many of you saw the video that I did about Fairtown Extreme Fairs last year when I did this review, like with this hat. Crazy review about the thing. I didn't realize how many views that got. I didn't think it had a lot. I didn't even think it had 100. It has almost 800 views, which I think, for me, is phenomenal. I know it's a drop in the bucket, and it ain't shit. I know that. But for me, I was happy when I saw it. Anyway, they saw the review, contacted me, and was like, hey, we want you guys to come out and review us. They asked us to come out. They're giving us tickets to the haunt. We're going Sunday, and we're going to go review the haunt. So we're going to do that. So I don't know how many of you have been paying attention. Maybe you haven't, been busy, don't care, don't get notifications. Shame on you. I started releasing haunt reviews. Now, some are going to be different than others, and the reason why, and I'm going to explain, because it ties into this. Most of them I didn't contact, and they didn't know I reviewed their haunt. They had no idea I was doing that. I didn't film, you know, the haunt or anything like that. So it's just me sitting here talking about whatever the haunt, what I thought, what I hated, what I loved, how many zombie heads I gave it, etc., etc. But there are some that let me film, like Six Flags, like Compounds, Sonny's Place. What do you call it? Factory of Terror is letting me film. Fairtown is letting me film again. And we're going to talk about that one. Excuse me. But anyway, so unfortunately, I cannot release the full walkthrough of Factory of Terror. They will not allow me. But they said that I can use a few clips, you know, while doing the review. They said that was fine. I just cannot release the full walkthrough POV of the haunt. They won't allow it, which is fine. I told them, I said, look, this is your haunt, your rules. You just tell me what I can and I can't do, and then we follow the rules. So they're allowing me that I can film the whole haunt. I told them what I'm going to do, and they were cool with it. And so we're going Sunday to do that. So, and that's why I said, you know, someday we'll get brand deals. I feel like this is like a brand deal in a sense, but I'm reviewing it. And I told them, I said, I've never been there. I don't know what it's like. I've been to the other Factory of Terrors, and I know what those are like. I said, I may love it, and I may give you an awesome review. I may hate it and give you a bad. And he's like, no, that's cool. They just, you know, any press is good press these days, whether it's bad or good. We all know that. Look at all the crazy stuff going on. They get bad press. People get more famous. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. So, I'm just going in there in a non-biased thing because I've never been, and I'll be honest, my past experiences with Factory of Terror, some were good, some weren't good. Like the one in West Warwick, I went the year it opened, and it was awful, and I've never gone back since. The Fall River one is like hit and miss. Some years are like amazing, and then other years it sucks. I know you can't be perfect every year, and I get that, and that's why I'm kind of like, I hate when people like give me the tickets because I almost feel like I'm obligated to say awesome things, but everybody knows me. I don't care. Look at all the stuff that Six Flags New England's giving me, and I still, when it's bad, it's bad. I tell them it's bad. When it's good, it's good. I tell them it's good. I just want people to know that it's unbiased. It's not like a fanboy thing, or like, hey, it's not like greasing my pockets. It's not what I do. I don't want people to think like, hey, they're giving me free stuff, so I have to make sure it's awesome. I say it's awesome. If your haunt sucks or your attraction sucks, I will tell you. You may not want to hear it, but again, when I say it sucks, I'm going to give you improvement tips, you know, my thoughts and what I think can improve your haunt. I could be wrong. You could tell me to go eat crap. I don't know. That's just what I believe, you know? So there's that. So I like that. The fact, you know, Sonny's Place did the same thing, gave us free tickets to the haunt. They gave us, you know, Factory Terror is doing that. Now we're going to move into Fairtown, Extreme Fear. For those that don't know, and I've talked about it, if you still don't even know what the hell I'm talking about, go into the playlist that says New England Haunted Attractions on this channel, and make sure that you check and just look down for Fairtown. I don't know if it says Extreme Fears or whatever it is, review. Now, right now, it's just normal haunt season. The 2 nights after Halloween, they do Extreme Fear where they can touch you, and it's different. They kind of like even change a little bit of the haunt, like the way that it goes. So this one's located in Seekonk, Mass. Now, I've been going back and forth all year. I mean, I'm talking like January. We were talking in spring. We were talking in summer. And we definitely got the green light the other day. Like a 100% green light. I got to go there before it, and we're going to do some tests. He want to know if I want to do tests with the night vision cameras and the GoPros and stuff ahead of time to, with the show lighting, like how it is. You know, like, it doesn't necessarily mean it's like the haunt's going, but just to walk around, get a feel for it, and just see what it looks like. You know, within the cameras, to watch it, to see what I can't do, what's going to work, which is better. So there's that. So the thing is, I haven't seen anything like really crazy with haunts, like a full-blown video of a crazy haunt. Usually there's like little snippets, people getting scared, little tease things. So here's the deal with Fairtown Extreme Fears. Yeah, so basically what I'm doing in this video, like, we're going the last night, the Saturday night of that haunt. I don't know how long it's going to take to film, like, to edit this video, because I'm finding out how many people are allowed in the group, and that's how many cameras we're going to have rolling. Matter of fact, the other day I ordered 2 more. It'll be here on Monday. I ordered 2 more night vision cameras. Luco has one. I have another one. I got a couple GoPros. He's got a couple GoPros. You get the idea. It's probably going to be like 6 to 8 cameras that are going to be used to film. Every person in the group that's going in the group is going to have the chest mount with one of these. This is an infrared light. When I hit the button, there's like 2 little red dots. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know if you can see the little red dots. You'll see that. That's it. That's all you can see. It doesn't light up the room, but on the camera you can see what's going on. So we're trying to make it as chaotic as possible, hands-free as possible, and I can tell you one thing. Do I have the camera over here? Oh no, it's upstairs. It's basically like this company like took a cheap knockoff GoPro and they, hacked it with their own software, and they could see night vision, and there's a whole like crazy process with it. So I did some editing. Well, it shows up red on here. In any case, it doesn't. The whole thing was we were trying to find a way to make sure that the light didn't interfere with the haunt. You don't want to be blinding the actors or yourself. You want everything to flow as smooth as possible. That's what you want. You don't want anything to be disruptive. You don't want to be stopping like, hey, redo the... It's all going to be filmed. One take. One shot. That's it. You are going to see how it really is in that haunt where... I haven't seen any full... First of all, they don't allow cameras in there. So that was a problem because the actors are trained when they see a camera, put that away. But they're going to know ahead of time that we're coming in with the cameras. They know this one group. That's it. One group is going in, doing this. Because there's a dual motive to this. One, they want the footage so that they can make commercials or do whatever they want with it. That's what they want. They want to be able to do whatever they want. And I said, that's fine. I said, I will go out and buy a hard drive or thumbnails or whatever and bring you all the raw footage. The guy was like, awesome. And then I said, look, can I film it and then edit it and then release the walkthrough? He's like, yes. He doesn't care because it changes every year. So, plus it's going to be good publicity for him. It's going to be good for us. But I will tell you this, if you're a kid and your mommy and daddy don't like you to listen to bad words, sorry. There will be like a disclaimer in the front that parental advisory. It's probably so bad that if the videos were monetized, that this video would get demonetized. Put it that way. Even though it's a haunted house, it would get demonetized. That's how bad, not bad like in a bad way. Like, it's good. It's awesome. It's just that kind of bad. They could touch you, grab you, make you get on your knees. They yell and swear and scream at you and all this other stuff. They made Luco. Luco's 6 foot. He's not a skinny twig. He's like a big tree trunk. And they made him get on his knees and sing. So it was like that kind of cool, that kind of awesome thing. So we got to go ahead, the green light to do it. I am not going to at all. Let me tell you, I'm not going to rush this. The software I use, I can do multi-camera setups. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to keep taking the best scenes of what's going on and going back and forth between everything. I got to try to pace it the right way. I may add some music low in the background to kind of add to the chaos of what's going on. So yeah, we don't know. We won't know until it happens. But we got to go ahead, and it's going to be crazy, and I'm not going to rush it. I want this thing to be edited better than any video I've ever edited before in my life. When I do it, I want it to be like a crazy... matter of fact, I think before I even release it, I think I may have a watch party at my house. Unveil it. Because that haunt takes 90 minutes to go through. So this could be the length of a feature film. Realistically. Basically, it could be as long as a movie. And, yeah. I don't know. It's going to be crazy. So I'm really going to be editing the hell out of this thing. Because I wanted to make sure that, the camera I have, you can have it either look pink or blue. I know that's what I should do. A release party with free food and booze. I think that's what I'll do. It'll be like one of those invite things. I'll set a number of people that are allowed to be there. And then we'll, once it's done and I've watched it and edited it, I'm not even going to show Luco nothing. Nobody is going to see any of this until the release party. I don't care if it releases in friggin' January. I want it to be that good. I want to really, take my time with it. I mean, yes, other things are going to happen, and I'm going to be making other videos, but the days I don't have a lot of stuff going on, I will be editing this. But I am not showing anybody anything. Nobody's getting to see. I'm going to take Luco's raw footage from him. I mean, he can look at the raw footage all he wants of his own. But nobody's going to see the final product until I release it. We'll have a nice party. We're going to use all the footage from all the cameras, and we'll see who can come to this release party, who we want to invite to it. We'll figure that out when that time comes, but we need to film it first. But it's you guys don't even know. Like, we were so amped up last year about it that I was like, oh my God, I wish I could film this. And then, like, I built up a nice little friendship with the guy, the owner and the designer, that, you know, it got to happen. They love the ideas. They love my enthusiasm. They love my love for, you know, like the whole theme parks and the haunt industry. And, they, you know, and they loved that I loved it. And I knew a lot about it when we talked. And they were thrilled. I was thrilled. So it was just like a great connection. And it was awesome. Because it's not every day that you get a good chance like this to have that happen. And I know Devin and Jeremy want nothing to do with it. And maybe they don't go to it. You know, I'm waiting to find out. I'm waiting for Mike to respond back to me with how many are in a group. Now, I know a lot of you know what? That would be a good idea to invite the guy from the haunt. I would definitely do that. I would invite him and the designer of the haunt that helps him design and build the haunt. That's a great idea. Good thinking, dude. See, I'm glad that we have like this show and people that, you know, chime in and come with. That's why I love the chat. I love the chat and people come up with ideas. People have some great ideas. People got great ones. I love it. I love it. But yeah, so it's I don't know. I'm just so excited and amped about it. So this weekend's going to be a busy weekend. We're going, Jessica's mom bought her, me, Jimmy, and Danielle tickets to go see this Vampire Cirque du Soleil thing, whatever it is, Vampire Circus thing in Woonsocket at some theater over there. That's Friday night. And then Saturday we're going to Six Flags. And then Sunday we're going to Factory of Terror. And then I think next weekend we're going to Haunted Overload in New Hampshire. I think that's something that everybody's talking about doing on Saturday, next Saturday. I don't know what I'm going to do. Like, I need to go to Haunted Labyrinth. Everybody said Haunted Labyrinth in Cranston, Rhode Island was really good this year. It's got an Alice in Wonderland theme to it. Jessica, Danielle, and Jimmy had gone, and I didn't. Because that was the day excuse me, Devin and Luco went to Six Flags that day. And they went to that haunt. Jesus. And they said it was awesome. And then my brother was over the house. What was that, last night? No, not last night. The night before. And him and his girl went, and they were like, he was like, oh, it was awesome. So, I guess, because he even said last year sucked. I said it, and everybody else said last year sucked. Because they change their theme every year. I mean, the cause is great. It's run by a youth center, and the kids at the youth center volunteer and help scare people. And usually, you know, it seems like, I think it's about every other year that, because like the year before, that one was a clown haunt, and it was awesome. So I guess like every other year, it's good or bad, I guess. So, yeah, last year's I wasn't a fan of. It was that whole coal miner thing, and that thing just does nothing for me. That's me. Some people are like, yeah, I love it, you know, but I couldn't get into it. Just wasn't what I wanted. So yeah, I don't know what I can do a film of Friday, probably nothing. So I don't know. I definitely am going to film Saturday, so if you see me and you want to be in the video, just swing by and say what up. Even if you say what up, we could still we could just turn the camera on anyway and just say what it. You don't have to, but if you want to, whoever's going to be there Saturday, just make sure you say hi. Because I keep forgetting to do it. I need to do it. I'm trying to make a collection to put on SFNEOnline's Facebook of all the fans that we meet. And put, you know, just make a collection of fans and just put it on Facebook, you know, and just keep updating it as we do. So anybody that's a friend, anybody that's a fan, make sure you come see me and we'll take a little selfie together. It's just for me. it just made, I know it sounds kind of like cheesy and corny probably. I enjoy meeting the fans, because if it isn't for you guys, there would be no point for this show or doing SFNEOnline or doing any of it. I mean, I enjoy doing it, but it's just cool. Like, even when I go to the park and I'm like, hey, what up? You're from here, so-and-so. Yeah, I could go to Home Depot and get all the fans I want, but that's like people on YouTube buying subscribers. It does nothing. I like meeting the real fans, the real people to do this stuff. It's sentimental to me. That's me. I know it's dorky and cheesy and dumb, but I like that stuff. It kind of makes me feel a little warm inside that, you know, somebody actually watches and likes it and cares. You know, that's what I like to do. All right, so the next tidbit of information that we have is America's Funniest Home Videos. Yes, it has absolutely zero to do with anything to do with the amusement industry, but I don't know how many you remember this summer. We actually posted the video online. Jessica was riding my brother's trail bike and didn't last too long on it. Crashed, almost got her head taken off and flew into a raspberry bush. And so anyway, she submitted the video to America's Home Videos, not thinking in a million years that they were going to actually air it on TV. So 7 o'clock Eastern Time on ABC, or whatever channel home. I think it's ABC that America's Funniest Home Videos on. I got it hooked on the DVR because I'm going to be at Factory of Terror or on my way while this is going on. And yeah, so I'll watch it later, and then I'll get my phone out and record a little segment with us in it. So, yeah. So basically in the video, you don't really see me until the end, and I don't know if they're going to show that. I don't know how much of the clip they're going to show, but you'll probably see, obviously you're going to see Jessica on the dirt bike. You're going to see Devin running. You're going to see my brother running. I don't show up to the end, and they're probably going to cut me out because I have the drone in the air, so I didn't even notice it happen because I was looking at the drone in the sky. I wasn't even looking at what was going on. Luco was filming, her riding the bike, and I didn't know until all of a sudden I saw the corner of my eye. People were running, so I just flew the drone. My drone caught the footage, and so did Luco's camera. So I just, I went over there, I had the drone, and the footage that I got of Jessica is the drone looking at her, and I think Luco has some footage. I don't know if he does or not. I can't remember. And so, yeah. So if you want to see us for about a half a second on America's Funniest Home Videos, tune in this Sunday at 7 p.m. I went to Spooky World Theme Park New England when it was at the New England Patriots Stadium back in the early 2000s. That was the last time I was there. When it left there, I didn't go. I knew it moved to New Hampshire. At that time, I was like, I'm not. I mean, think about it this way. At that time in my life, I wasn't like a huge coaster enthusiast traveling around. I was barely traveling around. At that time, I was doing my Dr. Giggles thing when Spooky World was at the New England Patriots Stadium. And my mind was focused on music and touring and doing things like that. So at that time, when it moved, I was like, I don't feel like going to New Hampshire. Hey, it's all good, Nelson. You showed up. Hey, it's all good. You're here now. Better late than never, I say. But yeah, so Spooky World, I didn't go to at the time. I'm like, I don't want to go to New Hampshire for nothing. I was like, that's so, to me, New Hampshire felt like, like going across country back in that time. And I believe, for the most part, the haunts pretty much stayed the same, even since, from what I hear, the haunts are pretty much the same as they were in the early 2000s. Again, I don't remember too much of it because of, it's been so long, but the names of the haunts are exactly the same. Everything is exactly the same, evidently, from what people are saying, and they say it sucks. I don't know how true that is. I don't know when was the last time you were there at Theme Park New England? Because I don't remember the last time I was there. I think they were just getting ready to tear down the old one, and they were building the new stadium. I think the new stadium might have been up. I don't remember, or like starting to get built. I think that's what was going on. I don't remember. That was so, like, long ago that was going on. With all the, what do you call it? When it was at the Patriot Stadium. I mean, don't get me wrong. I had fun when it was there. I mean, even back then, I didn't get scared in the haunts. I just enjoyed looking at, you know, all the theming and like I do now. It just wasn't scary to me. Honestly, I think the scariest haunt that I've been in, I hate to say it, but I think the scariest haunt, not scary like I was scared, like gonna piss my pants, but like actually like kind of like amped me up, got me all like into it, would have been actually two haunts. The first one that did that to me would have been Eastern States Penitentiary. That like I could feel like the emotions that you would go through, not scared, but like kind of the adrenaline rush of like, oh my God, like this is a chaotic situation. And the newest one would be Fairtown Extreme Fears would be the new ones. Yeah, Saturday, you missed that conversation, but we can still have that conversation again, Nelson. That's fine. Saturday is going to be awesome, and I was just telling everybody, if you're going Saturday, anybody that sees me, by all means, come up with doing what I call fans. Anybody that's a fan of the show, we want to take selfies with everybody. Even a group photo would be cool, too. We also, you know, if I'm filming, by all means, come up, say hi. You're not bothering me. We'll even put you in the videos, too. It's just something that I'm trying to do. You know, things like that. Saturday's going to be cool. You know, I know a lot of people trash Six Flags across the board for their haunts. They're not the scariest things. Sometimes some of the haunts aren't the most themed things. Like if you take away the aspect of it not being scary, and you just kind of walk through, don't ruin it for other people, but you know, play along with the actors a little bit, not in a rude way. If you just take in what it is and you look at like the theming, and the actors actually are trying. It's just, I think in today's world, we're all desensitized between the movies, the video games, you know what I mean? Like YouTube and all that other stuff. People just not many people get scared like they used to. There's just so much violence in the world. You see the stuff on the news and it's like, oh, okay. And you kind of like take it as like a joke. And that's like the crazy thing about all this. But at the same time, if you look at Midnight Mansion, yeah, it's been like the same thing like forever, but it's themed really well. Like that's like they did some pretty good theming. Like it's really good. What do you call it? Slasher Circus 3D is done really well. And I have to say that the new haunt, Twisted Tales, was done very well. Like I asked Luco, I was very impressed with Twisted Tales. I actually loved it. I thought it was great. Just the stuff that they did. And matter of fact, if I am correct, and I might not be correct, maybe somebody knows the answer to this, but the guy that plays Morty is not playing Morty this year. It's a new guy. But I think the guy that's playing Morty is inside the Twisted Tales haunt in one of the scenes. I don't want to ruin it in case you haven't gone through Twisted Tales yet. But yeah, I honestly think that it's him, and he's inside Twisted Tales. They did a great job with Twisted Tales. I was really impressed with it. It got me like reignited, excited for Fright Fest. Plus, if you go and you have time, please make sure to go see Creepshow, Freak Show. Make sure you go see Graveyard Groove. Those are two awesome shows at the park that they have. Make sure, of course, you do the haunts. The haunts are included with the event. I mean, I do find that funny. It's saying, warning, Fright Fest may be too intense for 13 and under. Here's the thing, and I'm going to give you an example about that. All kids, you know, people under 13, you don't know how they mentally develop. Some are like well beyond their years and they're not scared. Like, I've been putting my kids in haunts since they were each 4 years old. So yes, I'm one of those jerk parents that didn't let them skip. I made them go through the haunts. Plus, it got me excited when they were like crying and screaming and scared. I loved it. I'm that kind of parent that did that to my kids. So I basically traumatized my kids for life, probably. But then again, last year when we did Fairtown Extreme Fairs, that event says, under 18, not suggested. And you have to sign, a waiver. You got to sign a waiver to get into Fairtown. And, I go, we hand the tickets to the ticket. Oh, you sure you want to, how old are they? You sure you want to bring them? We don't recommend anybody. No, they're okay. So you go to where the, you hand the, you fill out the waiver. How old are they? Are you sure you want them to go through? I'm like, no, it's all good. So then you get into the line, and then, the person's greeting you, putting you in the line, they have, stalls to line you up into groups. This line for this group, so on and so forth. And, what do you call it? They're like, you sure? How old are they? You sure? I'm like, no worries. But now Devin and Jeremy want absolutely nothing to do with going to Fairtown. They don't want to hear it. Devin and Jeremy, no, I ain't going. No, I ain't doing it. No. They're usually my kids don't fight me for haunts. They're like, all right, whatever. Sometimes they just don't want to go. I think they're still scared. And they're trying to play macho, they're teenagers. Devin's going to be 16 this year, holy crap. And Jeremy's going to be 14 this year. So they're playing that I'm big and bad and rough and tough. And I think that they're legit scared. And they don't want to show fear. And I don't know why. It's okay to show feelings and be afraid. And, if I was legit afraid, I would definitely be showing that I was legit afraid. I'm not going to hide that. And, yeah. They want, so the haunt is that extreme that they don't want to go, and I'm still, depending upon if I can fill the group up with how many people. I'm not a fan of that haunt either. I like to watch and not. Lugo, you're talking about Fairtown? The one you're not a fan of that haunt either, you like to watch and not participate? I get it. That haunt's really not for everybody. And Luco probably didn't like being degraded and told to sing, and he probably didn't want to participate in the haunt. Yeah, the one that makes him meow. See, I loved it. I love being part of the whole attraction. I even though it was kind of weird, but when they sat me on that table and dressed my face like a cat. And made me crawl on all fours and meow. I'm only going to see what they will do to the girls. Well, don't forget, Luco, that they're going to do stuff to all of us. They're gonna grab people in the group, and I'm trying to diversify the group. So even if the kid's back, I know Alyssa wants to go. No, I've talked to my kids about that. They know that I love haunts, and they don't want to show fear. They know that I've told them, if you're afraid, you're afraid. I've told them you don't have to be macho about it. If you're scared, you're scared. And they try to play off. It's just that mentality. When I was that age, it's the same thing. I can relate. You're trying your best to be macho. You're trying to be a man. You're not trying to show fear. And I tell the kids, I'm like, it's okay to show feelings. It's okay if you're afraid to show that you're afraid. You don't have to, because here's the thing. When you go through this haunt, you really get out of it what you put into it. Picture it like you're put into a movie or a play or a show or something. And yes, they're scaring you. They're not hurting you. They're making you do things, and it gets chaotic, and it's crazy. It's not for everybody. People, when you go, you know what you're getting into. You know they're going to mess with you. They don't allow people that are all drunk and messed up in there. They said it's the safest night of the safest 2 nights of the whole season. Nobody's drunk. Everybody knows what they're getting into. And if you fight it, you're going to have a horrible time. If you just play it, ask Luco how much I played into it and loved it. Especially I still have a big head about it, Luco. That church scene. The satanic cult thing. When they put that upside down cross on my head and made me you guys leader, forget about it. I started yelling, swearing, and screaming at everybody. I'm like, I'm your leader, beep, 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 beep. You know, like going on. And then that got the actors excited, and they kept going. It was awesome. See you next week. If you're at the event Saturday, Nelson, make sure you come say hi. I know you're 10, and it might look creepy that a 10-year-old's going up to a 40-year-old guy to say hi. But you can say hi. You can even introduce me to your dad or whoever's going with you, and we can all chit-chat for a few or whatever. Don't be afraid. And I'll see you Saturday, Nelson. But yeah, I still love that. Like, I wish that was on video. Like, that was, like, awesome. You know, when I talked to the owner and the guy that built Fairtown, and he was like, hey, you know, you get out of it what you put into it. So if you're fighting it and you don't want to do anything, you're going to ruin the flow of what's going on. Because think about this. So if anybody decides to go at any point, if you decide to do Fairtown regular, it's not like that. If you do Fairtown Extreme Fairs. So hang in here with me with this while I explain this. You're not going to get killed. You know, I mean, I can't guarantee you're not going to get hurt because you might like freak out and go run and then smash your face on a rock. Listen, because the haunt goes through the woods. You can smash your head, but that's on you for running like an idiot and whatever. They're not going to do something that actually hurts you. I mean, unless you're like brittle and you're going to fall apart from, like me going to you, blowing a little bit of air on you. Other than that, they put you in this situation. It's really more psychological than physical. I mean, yes, they make you get on your knees. They make you crawl through things. They make you do things, stand in corners, mess with you, do this, do that. If you just, what I say is put your guard down, let it be, play along. You'll have a great time. Like, I played along, and I had such a great time. And I was like, I love this haunt. I love this concept. If you put your guard down and just go with it, because you're not going to get hurt. You're not going to get killed. They're not going to kill you. They're not going to, like, beat you up and throw you in the hospital. You're not going to get stitches. I mean, you'll get stitches and hurt in the hospital if you run around and go, oh, my God, you got it, and you smack. Okay, then you're going to get hurt. But the way I tell it, like, I get it. It's not like Luco just wants to kind of watch. But they're going to make Luco do stuff. He's got to realize that everybody in the group has to do something. You're not getting away with it. Everybody had to do something. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody had to... Who got face against the wall, and who had to sing, and who had to get on their knees, and who got dressed like a cat, and who did... I'm just telling you, they change every year, so I don't know what this year's theme, layout, I don't know nothing. I don't know what's going on. So it could be the same. It could be totally different. I don't know. I just know... Well, you learn. I mean, Luca, you've been around me so many years. I mean, I've always been doing, like, the stupid improv stuff. You just go with it, dude. Eventually, it just comes to you. It's not... You gotta... Luca, if you want to... You know how I got good at doing improv stuff? I mean, I'm not a professional by any means. I'm just comfortable at my level of what I'm doing. Yeah, they're making you into an actor at a haunt with no script. So basically, here, this is the technique I use, and anybody can use this technique. It's pretty simple. It just depends on... You have, first of all, going into this thing, before you even set foot in it, you have to mentally prepare and go, okay, they're going to mess with me. They're going to, you went to it last year, Lugo. So you know kind of what they're going to do to you, but it's going to be different to an extent. So you have to analyze every scene in that haunt that you're in and stopped. And you look at what is going on. So what I do is, I mean, the church thing, that was kind of weird. It was like when they said, who's the craziest in this group? And you all pointed at me. So then they, me over here. And then they said, oh, all you guys get on your knees. Forget it. I'm never going to forget that unless I get Alzheimer's. And then I hope somebody tells me that story over and over every day. Well, yeah, I mean, that takes time. I mean, Luco, I don't know if you watched, like, the very first one. I was nervous as hell the first Grove show. Like, I thought I was going to, like, pee myself or something. It's very nerve-wracking. I remember the first show I ever did is Dr. Giggles in a club. That was nerve-wracking. I mean, it gets crazy. It's not an easy thing, but just whatever situation you're in, you can just throw out something. And in this environment, it's easy to, just think in your head, they're going to make you sing. Probably, like they did last year. They made everybody sing. So just sing anything. ABCs. Sing a cat song. Piss them off. I'm sure you know a lot of cat songs from the Broadway show. So start singing one of them. You just play along with it, and then you just gotta, like, if you start seeing chaotic things, act like a chaotic idiot, like I did. I mean, if you want to really learn a creepy song, just listen to one of my songs over and over. It might turn you into a serial killer, but nonetheless, I should probably, like, the thing is, you can't really learn a creepy song. You just have to, you can make it up. Whatever comes to your mind. You can be like, Bert fought Ghostbusters car with a screwdriver in your ear, and just whatever. You just look at things around the room and just sing. It doesn't have to sound good. Doesn't have to make any sense. It's just the whole thing of playing along and trying to make it. Like, if there's like a lot of chaotic things, play along. There you go. Just be like, abortion, abortion. I don't want the baby. You can do abortion, abortion. It's not even maybe. Still, you just have to. And don't get me wrong. I didn't get. I mean, you've been around me for how many years, Luco? And even Jessica is amazed at how I can, like that. And I just come up with like crazy stuff going on at any time. Fairtown is in Seekonk, Massachusetts. It's literally like right behind the Seekonk Speedway. What is it, Route 6 in Seekonk, Massachusetts? So it's like going towards Fall River. Like say from Rhode Island going to Fall River down, what is that, 195? Like on the highway. If you know where 195 in Massachusetts is, like near Fall River. Like if you're coming from Boston, you'd go past Fall River and going into Seekonk that way. But it's where the Seekonk Speedway is. It's really awesome. The haunt is really that good. And again, it's all of you. See, I figured that, like, my improv, like playing along, is I want to enjoy myself, and for my own personal experience, to try to make it the best that I can. That's what I want to do. So if I have to play along and let my guard down and become a bitch and get on my knees and sing and get makeup on like a cat and dirt thrown on me and whatever else they do to me, put blood on my face or whatever. All right, I'm going to allow, you have to say to yourself, all right, I know I'm not going to die. I know I'm not going to get hurt. I'm going to let my guard down. I'm going to play along. I know, especially now that I've been there and I know what's going on. And I feel that what I can do is just play along with it and just kind of act it up. Become an actor of the haunt without actually working there, and just play along. It's almost like I was planted in there to help the group. So like when they did, I mean, the best thing they could have ever did was put me in that church scene, because then I was just like, I rose, I'm standing there and everybody's down below and I'm like, bitches, I'm your ruler, you do what I say, da, 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 like just going crazy. And it was awesome, and it made me like all excited for the rest of the haunt. Forget it. I'm still talking about it like a year later. It was my proud moment. I got to be a cult leader. It was great. It made me feel awesome. And you just play along with it. And then if you're on the receiving end of being put on your knees and now you're you're my bitch and you got to do what I say now, play along. Be like, yes, master, what can I do? You can act scared, act excited, act chaotic, act crazy, act nervous, act scared. Just think in your head, just play along with the scene. It's just like it's telling its story. You're going through it, and you're just adding to that story. Except this time, we get to film that story. So anybody that's involved with a camera on, don't worry. Once everything's all set up and ready to go for that time, we will have a pregame talk of just ham it up, because everybody's on camera. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be awesome. I know, like, the GoPro footage is probably not going to work really well, but the audio is where it's going to be at, I think. But just so you can, don't pay, I mean, if you want to watch the Haunted Graveyard POV, that sucked. I didn't really put much editing skills. I wish I didn't release it yet. But the Haunt review that's coming out, I forgot what day. I think Sunday it's coming out. I took, right now we have Scary Acres, Demented FX, and today came out, what was, 13th World. Those haunts I didn't film in, so they didn't look as good as what the Haunted Graveyard and Sunny's Place and Six Flags and Factory of Terror and Fairtown's going to look. So what I mean by that is there's actually footage from the haunt, behind the scenes and stuff like that in the Haunted Graveyard. But I took some of the night vision and I was able to manipulate the colors a little bit. It didn't look red or blue or pink. It almost looked real. The audio sucks, but it sounds a little distorted and loud. But I was playing with the audio and I compressed the hell out of it, and it sounds a lot better, but it's not as good as the GoPro audio. GoPro audio is phenomenal compared to that hunk of junk for audio. Audio sucks, but with having between, I can use the GoPro audio for what's going on, unless the audio from that is needed from the crappy thing. It's not going to be totally like linear and perfect, but we'll see what happens when it's time. It's going to be that crazy, guys. You don't know. You don't know how crazy it's going to be, and I can't wait to edit this thing and film it. And it's just an experience that whoever's with us, and I don't, you know, I think last year it was me, Luco, Devin, Jeremy, Jessica, and Alyssa. So there was 7 of us, plus there was like 3 or 4 others. So we're looking at like 10 or 11 people that can be in a group, I'm thinking. So I don't even think we have enough cameras for that. I gotta talk to Luco tomorrow and find out how many cameras he has, plus what I got, and that's what we're gonna have to roll with to get the footage that we need. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. And then that's how many in the group, and then each person that's actually physically going to go is going to have a, oh, this is not a chest mount, but you'll have, this is the casing for the night vision camera. If you can see this, yeah, so this sits on there like that, and I've tested around. Well, it's, hang on, with this on like that, see, it's, yeah, I'm just waiting for a response back from the guy to see how many in a group. But see, look, I'm like, so this ain't going anywhere. I have them all set up like this, so it's, so all the night vision cameras will be set up like this, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. Like yeah, I mean, I guess you guys could tell that I'm amped up, but I gotta find out, you know. And if I have to buy more cameras, I will buy more cameras. Like, I'm going all out because I told the guy I want this thing to be huge. I want, like, when people watch this thing, I want people to share the crap out of it online. I want people to watch this thing. It's probably going to be like an hour and a half of craziness. And, yeah, it's going to be like a full-length movie. I don't know if you guys can sit on YouTube that, I mean, I did today watching the Shane Dawson, Jake Paul video, but, geez. I mean, he's a good storyteller, and the content was captivating enough. This has got to be captivating, because you don't know what the hell's going to be next. You don't know. It's going to be crazy. All right, so that's all I have for tonight. So let's recap real quick. Saturday, Six Flags, Ace Behind the Screams. I doubt I'm going to do any live video, but I'll post pictures and stuff. I am going to be working on filming a vlog for Saturday for the event. And then Sunday we'll be off to Factory of Terror. Like I said, if you see me on Saturday, don't hesitate to be like, hey, what's up? You know, because a lot of people have, like, messaged me, oh, I saw you, didn't want to bother you. Just come up and say hi. I mean, unless I'm, like, in the bathroom going to the bathroom. That's like private time. Leave me alone. Wait till I'm done. Other than that, just say, hey, what up? I don't care. You know, I could be eating, chit-chatting, hanging out, whatever. It's not bothering me. So I want to make sure that was out there. So make sure that if you see me, say hi. We can hang, because I know a lot of people want to hang out. And that's what we're going to do. So, yeah. I will see you guys next week. Keep looking out for all the haunt reviews coming out. They're coming out all week. Every Saturday until like November, like early November, is the behind the screams at like compounds tutorials, like how to build this, how to do that. We have all those coming, and we're gonna be doing haunt reviews, plus whatever, all this other stuff's going on, and then plus IAPA stuff. So it's gonna be crazy. A lot of videos coming out. Once I can finally like kind of calm down, I'll get back into my Planet Coaster stuff, and we'll be back next Thursday. We'll probably be talking about Factory of Terror. Probably whatever other crazy news happens. We'll probably talk about the America's Funniest Home Video thing, and whatever, we'll be talking about the Ace event and all that. We'll be talking about all that stuff. So I'm gonna get out of here. I will see everybody Saturday. I will see everybody. If you're not going to the event, you will need ending credits and possibly opening credits. And use a Dr. Giggle song in those non... Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. We need to do some chatting, like, on Facebook or something. Lindsay, you got some great ideas. We need to do some chit-chatting about this, especially with this video, because if it's going to be an hour and a half long, we need to make some cool things happen. And I had some ideas of stuff, so, but I need to see what's going on with that. I had a lot of questions about filming stuff, like certain things that I need to talk to the owner about that I wanted to do, which would be cool. I don't know, but anyway, so I will definitely hit you up, Lindsay, because I'd like to talk about some stuff. Like, just to kind of pick your brain so I can write some notes stuff down. And if anybody has, and not just him, anybody else that has ideas that, that may or may not work, let me know. In my editing, I will try to, what do you call it? Add stuff, because you always need somebody else's perspective. I'm the one, I got all these people helping me film. That's going to wear the cameras. I got all these people that... I'm the one that's going to be editing it, because I want to keep it on the low without it leaking out. I don't want anybody to see it, and I don't want anybody to influence totally what I'm doing. In my mind, I have what I want to do, but I just don't. But those are some great ideas. Oh, that'd be cool. I'll let you know. Because I think what's going to happen with that Midnight Mansion music video, though, is that's probably not going to happen until next year. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. I kind of like slowed down the music thing, because I want to. I'm a perfectionist. When I really want something to work well, I want it to be perfect. I slow it down and I work really hard. And I've been recording. I've been working and writing, and I got all the music for all the songs. It's just not going to come out by Halloween, that I thought. It'll come out a little later, and that's fine. But I just want to make it. I want it to be perfect in my vision. And I want to film as many music videos as I can for it. So this probably isn't going to happen until next Halloween, because I've already been talking with the Haunted Graveyard, Fairtown, and whoever else, whatever other haunts will allow me to do this. So, anyways, again, we'll try this again. That's what I was in. Oh, all right, cool. All right, that'll probably work. All right, so I'm going to get out of here. We'll see whoever shows up on Saturday at Six Flags New England. We can chit-chat and hang out. If not, I will see everybody next Thursday. Make sure you just keep, like the videos, comment. Nobody likes to comment. Some kid said that. Why didn't anybody comment on the videos that I put out? So just comment. Even just say hi. Share the videos, subscribe, like, whatever. Hit notifications, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys next Thursday. So have a great weekend if I don't see you. And keep on coasting, y'all. Peace.